Hello and welcome back to part 6 of my informative playthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker. And if you watched the last video, you will notice that it was raining very heavily then. And those rainstorms, they don't actually last very long, so you can just wait them out. So it's not such a big deal. I actually just waited about 60 seconds and it faded down. And you'll notice we were getting a debuff. Or if you look carefully in the previous video, you'll notice we were getting a debuff from walking around in the rain. It's quite a severe one for perception checks and ranged combat. So it's quite nice. Plus it's loud. You move really slowly. It's just awkward in general. So we've cleared this lower area here. We're just going to clear here. Then we're going to have a look at the middle. Then we're going to clear the top. And I've kind of decided that I'm going to try and make these videos slightly shorter because an hour is quite a long time. This is just some nice items to sell there, and there's another hidden chest just up here. So I'll try and keep them 35,
Hey, have a look.
30 to 45 minutes rather than an hour plus. It's a nice Ruslandic coin for us to sell.
I'll share my path.
And we can actually loot the remains of the battlefield. And you'll see that mostly we just want to pick up the gold for now. It just saves us a bit of time later, because we will be taking quite a lot of this stuff. Unlike in Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2, loot doesn't disappear if you fail to pick it up. It will stay forever. And it's all stored in the game file, so your game can get a little bit bloated by the end. These checks here, it's like the one there, and there was the one down here as well. There was one here that I didn't point out. But these are almost like traps, because if we have a look at our character, Lane's mobility is 6. Amiri's, if we took off her breastplate, we could, what's that? We'd be... Well, in fact, I'll demonstrate that. But managed to get a full 6 there. So we're never gonna pass these without save scumming. They do offer a little bit of experience, and so you can, if you are willing to save scum, you can snag 50, 100 experience, that sort of range for passing those checks first time, which is quite valuable if you see, we only need 1,220 to level up. This is a 23 check. Yeah, there's some good. We'll be going there later, but I think it's too risky to do. We take damage if we fail, and we'd just be rolling a lot to pass that. There's more battle. We're just going to run straight through here. And instead, we're going to turn left. Sorry, that is right. This is like classic, mix up there. They're fighting up here. We can activate this. Yeah, there they all go. But we want to go on top of this bluff where that check just here would have taken us up to. So other thing, these elk, you can kill them for experience, meat, and the opportunity to collect hides.
This is my time to shine.
Interesting.
We've made a perception check there. This is a token of the dryad. Again, these are collectible items that are worth a lot to the storyteller, like the coins. So we'll take that. And we have this lonely shambling mound. And the lonely shambling mound is friendly. However, if we anger it by attacking, it'll become hostile, and it will probably wipe out our party entirely, because this is quite a dangerous monster. It's one of those monsters on the map that you really want to come back to later, unless you had some means to do a lot of fire damage to it. But over here, we'll just examine. This is the alchemist outfit. Body of a woman, foul beyond recognition. Her fingers still clench a torn leather leash, and maybe we're seeing a little connection here. And in fact, if we look at her item, first she's got chain shirt +1, healing potions, lesser potions of restoration. These are really good to have. And this, her diary, or lab journal, I should say. And I'll just sort of summarize. But basically, where is it? She's getting bored doing these experiments. And she uses a dying elf. She drags the elf to the hut and uses don't use sort of stuff on the dying elf, spreads it all over, and what happens is he turn into a shambling mound. Pretty horrible, like really unpleasant fate there. And then at the very bottom, it's much like a little tree, which gave us space. For now, I'll walk around on wood. It's on a leash, and it seems that maybe this former elf, current shambling man, did not take kindly to being turned into that, and just decided to have a bit of revenge. You can see it's a beautiful model, actually. This sort of flower where a head should be. Little animals chasing behind this thylacine. In fact, we have aggroed it. Thylacines we encountered before on the way from Restov. They're not dangerous at all now that we are level 2. Just going to auto attack if we're not using daze, since that is not going to do anything. Keep on demoralized there. There's actually a perception check which we failed here, so I'll have to remember to come back to that later. We attempt to skin, but the weight to gold ratio there is not great. Now,
don't frighten me.
We're going to do part of Bokken's quest here. You'll notice these look a little bit like turnips or radishes. And you'll also notice, it's quite hard to see initially, but in amongst there are these kobolds who are zonked out. So if we try and gather some radishes, the dragon shaman is just lying in the patch. Our patch, our celestial radish. Lindsay's sort of talking about some stuff about her previous experience with radishes. But first of all, why aren't they fighting? And basically, they are high as shit. That's the answer. They've been eating the moon radishes. What are you doing here? Chewing radish, searching for secret truth. Small is big. About that radish. And we can attempt a lawful neutral check in order to take some radishes. We can just take a standard lawful good check, and this will auto succeed. Or we can try and intimidate them. We're just going to take this lawful good check. The other two offer a little bit more experience, but we're not that pressed. It's only an extra 30 or 40, maybe 40 or 50 XP, just under 50. Lawful good. And we get 54 rather than, say, 99 there. Anyway, we receive the moon radish, and that's all there is to do. Yeah, we can I'll just check and make sure there's nothing in the corner. I don't think so. I think the issue was we failed a perception check down here. So you can see we are fatigued now. That's just from time spent adventuring. That gives us dex penalty and strength penalty, and it is dependent on constitution here. So the others are still trucking. I'm advancing slowly because there's some wolves down here. We're just going to pull back slightly.
A simple smile goes a long way. Anything is possible.
And because they're animals, we can't use daze on them, but we can use demoralize. And they've got their saves are pretty
I wrote
Pretty
it like
poor.
I saw it.
I'm listening. Here.
So, what we're
What
going to
troubles
do
you?
is we're going to
No
set up
time for idling.
demoralize,
I'm always ready.
demoralize,
The world is full of wonder.
and make Amiri big and attempt to hide behind her.
Adventures call to
I'm
them.
listening.
Just letting
We
the ink
should
dry.
still have... No, Cat has lost its... Actually, before we do
And Lindsay was called. Is there
for.
trouble?
anything, we're going to take another mage armor potion
Adventures are exciting.
and feed it to the cat.
Anything is possible.
And that has triggered combat. Well, there we go. So hopefully we're not going to get tripped by these. So we're going to
Stand
set
down.
our demoralize.
You should have run.
Lindsay
Serves you right.
going to shoot. Valerie's going to hold position. Leper's just going to get ready.
Leaving you out of our story.
Ooh, nice crit. There we go.
Tear them apart!
And just going to advance a little bit and charge in. Hopefully take them out. But they're going to attack there. It's unfortunate. One dead. Focus on that one. Demoralize. And demoralize.
You offend me.
Shoot.
You deserved
She's
it.
not good at hitting because she's shooting into combat. Failed demoralization. And succeeded there. And focus down.
Worth a
Ooh.
legend.
Yes, a remarkable critical hit. Right, that's the first lot of wolves done.
Adventures.
We can skin them, and these are actually worth taking. It's a law nature
It's
check,
my time to shine.
so obviously
This requires your attention.
we may or may not succeed. Another nice coin. Again, another one of these hard checks,
You see that?
and that's what we wanted there. Just nice things to take. So the last area of this middle section is just up here, and we should be seeing some more wolves. There. How
Done
long
with
you got?
waiting.
Large. 1 minute.
What troubles you?
This is a slightly harder fight, so we're going to pull our little leopard over there.
I am yours
Advance
to command.
Valerie.
Lindsay the Magnificent?
Activate
Lindsay
Bard
the
Song.
Illustrious.
And
Something
take a
more
pot shot.
simple.
Their life ends
Lindsay
here.
the Great?
Yep.
Maybe Lindsay the Indecisive.
So
Let us
Valerie
strike
attack.
as one.
Any last wishes?
Demoralize.
Your time
Demoralize.
is over.
Actually, we could. No, it's mind affecting, isn't it? So it won't affect wolves. And we're going to charge in. One.
Do
Go
not
there.
falter.
Away, you
One.
rascal.
Whoops.
This will hurt.
This is where I step in.
Is our leopard dead? Oh well. Hopefully we're not going to get tripped, because that'll be really unpleasant. Oh, it's the leopard. The leopard was... Sorry. The leopard was tripped, went down, stood up, incurs attacks of opportunity. Dead. And
Stand
now
down.
it really is down for the count.
You offend me.
Dead.
Bring it!
And there we go. That is the slightly tougher. That took 6 rounds. Slightly tougher wolf fight. We'll collect all them.
The dangers
Poor
don't
little
frighten
leopard
me.
gets back up.
There's something over there.
There's something over there. So, just before we do anything else. We've got Graruk. This is quite the wolf name. And this is a warg. This is our little errand we picked up, Death of the Wargs here. If you remember, in the previous video, we paid a visit to the friendly camp, and they want us to kill this wolf. It's doable, but not
I'll share my
without some issues happening, because there's the warg, and there's 2 wolves, and there's 2 other hidden wolves here, which will only appear when we initiate combat. So we're just going to save that a little bit later, and instead, I'm going to wrap all the way around here to the other side of the map. And if we click, sometimes we move fast. Yeah, they have a sort of fast run and a slow run. So we go all the way to the edge of the camp. Now, this isn't a completionist playthrough because it's impossible, but the warg here will give us a quest to kill the mites and the kobolds down here. If we return to him, he will reveal to us a secret chest. He basically tries to bribe us with treasure. If we take that route, we go to the secret chest. The chest is trapped with an almost impossible to pass perception check, and it's a finger of death spell, so it can just one-shot your whoever opens it, which is brutal, like absolutely. Let's just gonna swap hats just for a moment, because I'm going to attempt to pass this. That's going to make our law nature 10. There we go. Let's attempt. I'll save, but I'm probably not going to reload if it fails. You can see, and there's not even anything particularly good in the chest. So
A trivial task.
yeah, so she's passed there. It's a nice success against the DC 19, so it's hard. But the dead man's face is set in a mask of terror. The body is covered in burns. Let's just do a bit of hat swapping. There we go. We
I am never wrong.
could actually have used guidance, which would give that competence bonus as well. I'm actually going to put that there because that's quite handy. So another ancient Icelandic coin, ring, vegetables. These are just regular knives. See another body. This is a nice +1 weapon, a +1 dueling sword, potions. That.
I'll share my path. Anything else?
Just regular stuff, eggs. Don't think there's anything apart from the gold. There, and the last body over here. Potions of Shield of Faith, very nice. And we're just going to click here. There's enough supplies to encamp once. Spend the night here. And there's a body here that died horribly. There's this guy here. There's this one here who, didn't have a very nice time either. And there's this old guy here who looks like he was running away. Now, I don't think that's a very smart idea. What happens is you sleep and you get a will-o'-the-wisp called Viscount Smoulderburn, and he just can wipe the floor with you. He uses a lot of fear effects, sends you running, and he does lightning effects. So we'll kill him, but not at the moment.
Don't hesitate.
Since we picked up some potions, stack them up.
Give the order.
We've got a multi-thylacine fight just coming up here.
Here.
A simple smile goes a long way.
Going to enlarge the Miri
I am your shield.
and try and
As you order.
I
maybe
wrote
get
it like I
Lindsay
saw
to
it. Friendship lasts forever. Your time
take
is
some
over.
pot
Our
shots.
leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me.
So let's see. One dead.
Serves you right.
Demoralize.
You should run.
Away,
Demoralize.
you rascal.
And let's bring the leopard in and the
Tear them
Miriam.
apart!
Dead.
Onwards!
Dead as well. Leopard.
Strike.
Demoralize.
Stand down.
Demoralize.
You
Shoot.
deserved it.
So I'm missing. Oh, we've got one of them hitting a Mary, but we're both gonna.
Go down!
So hopefully
Don't hold
try
back.
and
You
demoralize that
offend
one.
me.
Because
This will hurt.
don't really want this. Leopard is being flanked. Yeah.
You
not
should
great.
have run.
Dead, dead. Gonna
Stay
concentrate on
behind
that
me.
one. There we go.
Let
There.
us strike as one.
There.
Your time is over.
Dead. And we'll actually... leopard success. And that's it. They're not much, even that many now. You know, even level 2 are not a big threat. I'm unsure if we were even hit once. There. They don't have anything apart from their hides, which we're just going to leave here for now.
I see
A little
something.
perception check. This is Wand of Ear-Piercing Scream. This is really good. For Lindsay, it's only got 9 charges, but she can use that because that's in her spell book. So, Lindsay, Wand of Ear-Piercing Scream, and Alice here can have that Wand of Magic Missiles.
And Lindsay was called for.
This just
No
enables
time
us
for
to
idling.
do a little bit of direct damage. Now, we've got penalty to perception, which is really bad because there are hidden centipedes and traps here, and I really don't want to fail them. So what I'm going to do, it's a pain. Well, let's see if we can just flush them out. There.
Test of my abilities.
We'll keep the leopard there. We'll bring Melly back. We'll send Amiri in, and hopefully
Any last wishes?
So I should just bring up these. These are only level 1. They've got low armor class. They've got no health, but they're immune to mind affecting, so we can't daze them. And they're immune to prone, so we wouldn't be able to grease them. They hardly do any damage. However, what's not shown here is they've got poisonous jaws. So if they attack someone with a low fortitude and hit, they're likely to poison. And that's partly why we've got this cloak of resistance on Valerie, because she's got a high fortitude save anyway, and we just keep that even higher. No.
Onwards!
I don't want
Bring
Amiri
it!
to...
Strike!
So they're immune to
Away, you rascal.
Don't hold back!
shaken, but not
This
to
is where I step
being
in.
dazzled.
Look at me, Gorum!
This will hurt.
Not that flare stacks, but yeah. So I think that's it. I think there are only 6 of them, and we're going to attempt to snake our way along the bottom without triggering any traps. There, spotted. Even with a reduced modifier due to all this rain. That's what happens. -4 to perception
Applause,
checks
please.
and concealment on ranged attacks. It also means we're less likely to... no, they're not hidden, are they? So we're just gonna come and grab this one.
Applause, please.
Here we go. Reduced person, mage armor. That. And I believe this is a token of the dryad. Yeah, there we go. And the rain is about to fade. This is the last little hidden bit here. This is Amulet of Natural Armor. So again, at this stage in the game, we're just going to stick that on Valerie. 25 AC, that's fine for this stage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video now, since we have successfully cleared the whole map apart from the Shambling Mound and the Gagaruruk and this little area down here. So I think that's a fitting place to pause the recording. See you in the next video.